Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful listeners of Talitha Cumi FM. This is the Just Talk Show with me, your host, Khutso Waramalata. The Just Talk Show, where we talk about everything international and nationally. It is unfortunate that today we don't have our co-host, but most fortunately, we have a guest today. That's lovely. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the show today. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page at Talitha Cumi News Report, and also follow us on our YouTube channel at Talitha Cumi News Report. We are also available on all our social media platforms at Talitha Cumi News Report. Going to our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, as the tradition of Talitha Cumi FM, as Talitha Cumi as a whole, we don't actually do the introduction. The guest will do the introduction. Say, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Are you okay? Are you comfortable?
100%.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Can you tell our listeners out there that who are you and what do you do?
My name is Tshepo Makua.
Yes.
Basically, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Soccer player, former soccer player, if I may call it like that. Yeah. And trying to assist the unemployed graduate as well, you know, to get into the market where their relevant qualification can be put into practice. You know, not that having a qualification and then at the end of the day you don't do what you went to school for.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm very much active in the community at large as well, and I used to be active in the Ponam Timunye Bazari Fund.
Yeah.
I used to be the coordinator of the Big Walk for 5 years.
Yes.
And then but yeah, and then you know, sometimes you do something and then you give other people a chance. You know, you can't hold on to something forever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you must lead and let other people lead and be led as well. Yeah. So for now, I'm just hustling.
Hustling.
Yeah.
In terms of hustling, can you at least highlight us in terms of how are you hustling?
I'm a person who prefers real businesses. You know, not to focus too much on projects.
Of course.
Because of projects, you can't guarantee anything in projects. But if you have a business that you yourself go out and look for clients, where clients they can come to you every month, you know, that's sustainable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for the background. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. As now we are going to be talking about everything the Just Talk Show. We have a topic today. In fact, we have a number of topics. The first one is how is unemployment affected by the COVID-19, and the second one is the grants, 350 unemployment grants. Yeah. So going to the first one of unemployment, say, what do you think, according to your view, how is it affected by the COVID-19 pandemic?
You know, I think it has been affected quite significant, the unemployed. You know? In what way? If you can check now, everything has been closed.
Of course.
Looking for job opportunities is no longer there.
Difficult
because of this COVID-19.
Yes.
So you can just imagine someone that had hope that every day when they wake up, they go out and look for work opportunities, and then now all of a sudden everything is shattered. You know, I think it's more frustrating than sitting at home doing nothing compared to when everything is open. You wake up in the morning, take your CVs. You know, it's something. So now I think it's worse, because there's no hope that maybe tomorrow I'll go somewhere and then maybe hustle checked if there are any work opportunities.
It's limited movement. Yeah.
Limited movement,
Yeah.
and then limited opportunities.
Mhm,
It's like none whatsoever in terms of for the unemployed to go and look for work. You know, so that means for now there's no hope for tomorrow up until this COVID is finished. You know.
Yeah.
So we are just hoping and praying that it gets over and done with soon.
Yeah. Again, about the 350, unemployment insurance fund. Is it the yes? It's a UIF. How do you think it'll make impact to the needy ones?
When you talk about impact, maybe it might differ from individual to individual.
Yeah.
For me, the 350, it will make a huge impact. Why I'm saying that, from 0 to 1, it's a step forward, according to me.
Yeah.
So if excuse me, if you have moved from 0 to 1, that means you are moving forward. So if yesterday I had nothing to buy food with, and then today I've got 10 rand,
Yeah.
It's something. That means I'll be able to, I won't go hungry.
Yeah.
For the day. So to me, this 350, it will make a huge difference in terms of I can even plan for the next coming 5 days. I can eat 50 rand a day with my family. You understand? It's better than yesterday where there was nothing. So at the same time, how you're gonna use the money, it will have a huge impact as well. If you will buy the basics, I think it can those 3, 4, 5 days, it will make a huge difference, other than taking the money and going and buy some sweets. Then I don't think it will play a huge role.
Yeah, well, in fact, I would say that it can only be used to buy the most essential, needs.
Yes.
Yeah, rather than just buying sweets.
Yes.
But I'm also checking that now it's 350, right?
Yes.
I'm checking. You said something about it can at least last you for 5 days, right?
Yeah, depends on how big is the family, how small is the family, and what is it that you buy.
Yeah, and I was checking that most of the families, they are quite a huge number in most of the families which are getting grants, such as these ones. So I'm also checking that this money, I don't think. In fact, how, according to you, you're saying that it's only for a specific time of period, other than just to last from the day they receive the money until the next day they will receive the money again. It is only just to boost them. But in terms of that, I'm also checking that when the money it's finished,
Yeah.
it becomes a challenge to them that they can't find an alternative, because now they are not working, they're not getting an income, some of them. It's challenging according to them. How do you think they would manage in terms of that?
At some point, ideas should come up. You can see now that we are having food parcels from different companies that are donating.
Yeah.
My view would be as well that if maybe we are 5 families knowing that we are receiving this 350
Yes.
each,
Yeah.
what we can do, we can combine the money and go to a supermarket where instead of buying 3 fishes, we can buy a 24. I think it will be cheaper in that way, and then share it accordingly. Then I think we might be able to add the number of days for us to have food on the table. At the same time, what the government is doing, it's a start. At least it's giving you something that you can work on.
Okay.
While we have this situation that we are currently facing. It's better than not doing anything.
Yeah.
the government, you know. So I think it will be a matter of the families themselves. It will give them some time to think from here where to. You understand? At least they'll be able to pay. Without food, you can't even think straight. But if you have something in your stomach, and then the mind can start functioning very well, you'll think some other things positive as well.
Yeah. So I once you heard you say that you are a businessman on your background while you were telling us. Now, since we are at this tragic pandemic, you as a businessman, what is it that you can do to actually assist the community in terms of living better or getting assistance in terms of business? What is it that you could do to make the community live better during these times?
The unfortunate thing is, I wouldn't say small business, I would say developing businesses. They are experiencing some challenges as we speak, you know, in terms of clients. Clients can't come to us because they've been stopped from going to work, so they're not earning anything.
Of course.
You know, so it's a challenge even for us developing businesses, you know, to take something from us and give to the community back. You know, unless maybe it's a huge company. But for talking from my perspective and in my situation where I'm currently at, it's a challenge for me, or it's a challenge for my business to contribute towards what is happening in the community. Other than that, what I'm currently involved in, we were supposed to meet yesterday as a group of people, but here from church, where we'll be able to contribute. That's where my business will come in as well. Have little and contribute towards assisting other people. But the business on its own, it can't be other than having a group of people assisting one another and contribute back to the community.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can say that there is a lot to talk about in the show today, as now we've highlighted some few topics, of one which is unemployment and the other is the 350 grants. I would consider this as round one, sir. I would consider it as round one, and we'll be inviting you soon for round two so that we can talk more about this. But otherwise, what is it that you can say to the community out there in terms of advising them to, dealing with this pandemic so that they can deal with this pandemic better? How would you advise them?
Number one, there are regulations.
Regulations.
Let us follow the regulations.
Of course.
I believe that our government at this moment is doing its best, to handle the situation.
Of course.
So let us adhere to what they are telling us, and then hopefully this COVID-19 can end sooner. But if we don't play our part in terms of listening or adhering to the regulations that the government is giving us,
of course,
then we are making the situation worse for us, and then I think we'll prolong in terms of winning this COVID-19 pandemic. So my advice will be, as much as the situation is very tough, let us try to adhere to the regulations, and then let us go out from our homes if there's a need.
Yes.
The sooner we don't spread the virus, the sooner we can be able to go back to our normal lives. For now, the best thing for now, if we are able to, let us adhere to the regulations that the government is giving us.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it all. Well, in fact, I would say that you said my story on my behalf, so I won't be saying anything, as you've highlighted everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you so much for listening to our show today. Please tune into our show every Monday as we're having shows, and don't forget to follow our Facebook page at Talitha Cumi. News Report, and follow our YouTube channel at Talitha Cumi News Report. As me, your host, Khutso, this is the Just Talk Show, and we are out. Stay tuned.